we're going to do a lot of stuff this year that you can't hear in other places. We're having a wonderful opening concert of Monteverdi. Monteverdi madrigals. Oh yes, I heard them once somewhere. And it's not fair because Monteverdi's madrigals are so great. It's like Beethoven's sonatas or symphonies or something like that. And there's a lot of music. And it takes some deep diving into this stuff to really bring it off and move people. I'm also going to do on one of the house concerts. House concerts are really interesting this year. But the first one's going to be just me, and it's going to be Bach and Rameau. The whole series is Bach and so I'm going to do a Bach French suite and then play a bunch of Rameau harpsichord music. And this is another guy who is one of the very best and just not that well known. And even if you wanted to know him by recordings, it's pretty hard. There's not a whole lot of great recordings flopping around out there, alas. It's hard. It's hard music. And it really works best on original instruments, but it takes a ton of people. Myself, I think of Bach and Handel and Rameau as this big equilateral triangle up there in Baroque heaven. And that may sound like a strong statement, but if you get into the music of these three guys, I think that it's logical. We're also going to do Baroque opera this year. We wanted to do that for a while. We do it every year. That's not what I'm trying to say, but have an opera evening we haven't done for a while. And instead of doing a production. So on New Year's Eve, we're going to have what amounts to a New Year's Eve kind of concert with all sorts of highlights from all these different Baroque operas, and maybe we'll dip into Mozart a little bit. I've already got the plans. And got some really cool singers coming in to do that as well. It's going to be a great concert. And then their house concert in February, which is going to happen at the Dallas Foundation for the Humanities and Culture. We're going to have 3 gamba players, and it's going to be around the idea of Saint Colombe, who was a great nobleman gamba player in 17th century France. And he had 3 daughters who were the original girl group, Les Filles de Saint Colombe, the daughters of Saint Colombe. And they went around playing viol trios. They were apparently very good. And in conjunction with that, we're going to show, that is to say, the Institute is going to show the movie, because they have movie nights. So a few days before, we'll be watching Tous les Matins du Monde, which is a movie about Saint Colombe and gamba playing. We're also going to have our usual Baroque Christmas concert, but it's not going to be what it usually is, because Thanksgiving is so late this year that we have to have it the last Saturday before Thanksgiving. And so it'll have a lot of Advent music this year. Why not? And then in March, we'll have a concert of sort of smaller works of Bach and Handel, cantatas with a bunch of instruments and singers, and it's also going to be a lot of fun. So lots of good stuff, and not things that you'll hear every day, but only the best, and only the best singers and players. We had a great year last year, looking really just to keep that rolling.